about due for some kind of catastrophic event.
WB17's Kirk Clyatt, are you ready?
What it's doing right now is finding the resonant frequency of Kirk's head, more or less, of his brain. So we're ready to start now.
Years ago and far away, along the beautiful shores of the Monterey Bay, I was enjoying life as a morning disc jockey.
DC! I just love waking up in the morning with you.
Your mornings will never be the same.
KC in the morning.
Then, this happened.
It's really a matter of luck. If the hurricane touches land...
KDON changed ownership. I was out, but on my way to Europe to be one of the very last breakfast show hosts on pirate radio.
Mother Nature's getting it on with us today and not too deep in the southern North Sea.
The link for a taste of what was Laser Hot Hits is below. Coming back to the U.S., I was only going back to TV if I could get a job at the beach.
TV 7 Weather, I'm Kirk Clyatt at Gulf World.
Here I am as the weatherman on the very first show that Shepard Smith ever anchored.
Places like Death Valley, they even have a flash flood watch in effect for the deserts of Southern California.
Especially on a gloomy day like this one, there is little doubt that seasonal affective disorder is real. And while most health professionals agree light therapy can help, not everyone agrees what kind of light works best. And with Memorial Day comes the start of summer. It also brings an unwanted visitor from the tropics, hurricanes. In the Atlantic, hurricane season is the 6 months from June 1st until November the 30th.
Meteorologist Kirk Clyatt will do just about anything.
While grateful for all the amazing adventures that I've had along the way, I'm ready for a few more.
Trials at the Naval Academy. Kirk tried to hold his own with the plebes, finishing their first year at the Academy.
I should have went for the WWF. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am going to need to be rescued shortly.
This was about the only easy thing I did all day. I pretended to be drowning, which wasn't too much of a stretch, and waited to be rescued.
Up, down.
After anything but a relaxing time at the pool,
Don't come in the ring if you're not ready to fight.
God, I'm gonna get killed.
But a huge special response unit is coming in now. So this is a man who is clearly prepared for a long battle. And at this point, I'd be surprised if he comes out of there alive. Of course.
One thing that I was surprised to find out is just how fragile shale rock is. You can literally frack it or break it with your bare hands.
It is just wild to be out here. If anything, the winds have picked up a little bit. The winds are well up above tropical storm force. It's not something you want to be out in. Whoa!
Can you believe it? For a few days, we won't get to enjoy beautiful weather like this. I'll show you why with your complete weekend forecast.
Because I live in an area that it looks like it's going to be evacuated, and I am not the most religious guy in the world, but I am praying the waters stay out of my home on 2nd Street, and I know many, many people are.
You ever have one of those days you get to work and the first thing you do is go catch some hail?
You want a hand shot? A little hail action.
Rings. They're rings like in trees. See, here's a good one. See if you can get a shot of that. See, it's that one right there.
The new warning system would help give us the time we would need.
So if you're ever by any calm shoreline and the water suddenly retreats, don't run out to pick up shells. Get to higher ground.
You might want to go ahead and shovel what you can while you can, and then hopefully that'll be less you'll have to clear from your walks and driveways as the storm does continue. Larry?
Steve, this is an amazing storm. Now, we might not have gotten the Super Bowl in Philadelphia, but we certainly have the Super Bowl of weather. Kathy in Montgomery County, as I mentioned, this is the Super Bowl of weather. So she was asking, she saw the same folks on last night that she sees on this morning. She was asking, do we ever sleep? And the answer is, during these kind of storms, not very much.
And that's moving into the Philippine Sea, so some very active weather in the Pacific, not very active in Europe. Things are looking pretty nice. High pressure dominates from the southern Mediterranean all the way through Eastern Europe.
As much as I love it, I'm not quite ready to retire to this rocking chair.
The result?
Yeah.
You're not going to believe it.
Oh my God, I broke my hand.
Last year, I remember you were proud of showing your hand, saying no gloves.
That's right. Here at Gloveless in Philadelphia, 2 years in a row. Can you believe this? Of course, the parade's been going on since 1901. And, you know, if Mother Nature was here, just give her I'd give her a big kiss on the lips for this weather that we've got. We've got here the red hat ladies. Now, I understand. What, you're over 50?
We're over 50.
No.
We just want to have fun. That's Harvard Township, New Jersey. We rock.
I think you've had more. You're one of the few people who are having more fun than me.
Oh, we're having
That's right. Wait a minute, Red, how'd you get here?
Well, I'm the bus driver. I brought him up, and I marched up the street with him, and I had a ball.
They've converted the bus driver, the Red Hat ladies. They are, I can tell Philadelphia's more fun. Back to you. Have fun. Don't keep him in control, would you, on the way back?
Well, that's going to be hard, but I'll try.
Do what you can, all right?
Okay.
I think these folks are having even more fun than I am. It's getting so hot out here. January 1st, and it's hot! You gotta love it, Steve.
More like the summer mummers.
Yeah, the summer mummers. You bet, it certainly is.
So it was wild yesterday. No matter what your needs, weather, in spite of my unusual start, I do hold the AMS and NWA seals. Any type of reporting, anchoring, and occasionally sports.
It was the Super Bowl of the Southern Hemisphere. Not a nothing in your sportscast about it.
How could I have possibly overlooked that?
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe I didn't know about it.
AFL goes back to 1859.
Go on.
You know I love Australia, and my second job is a USA News reporter for Australian radio on Monday through Friday. You can hear me in Perth and other stations around the country. This weekend it was their Super Bowl. It's called the Grand Final. My team from Perth, the Fremantle Dockers, showing some nerves in their first Grand Final. Here, Nathan Fry, he kicks it wide here. It's called a behind. You get 1 point for that. The much more experienced Hawthorn Hawks showing some great ball movement here. They lost in the final round last year, James will remember, to the Sydney Swans.
Oh, right.
And yes, kick here. Oh, it's a goal for Hawthorn to take a commanding lead. They were the favorites. Dockers fought back.
They always do.
These guys, oh my gosh, they don't need no pads. They don't need no pads like in the NFL.
I wasn't expecting it, but you really got yourself into character for this one.
Well, it's like a journey back into time, back into my youth. It was with the first extreme sport.
And now the Kirk and James games.
Party like it's $13.99, yes!
All you need to know is that you gotta bring your kids to work.
That's right. Bring your kids. Have as
much.
much.
If I can bring my dog to work, you can bring your child to work.
Have as much fun as we are. That's for sure. We'll be back with our friends from Legg Mason. Give us some insight on what's going to happen next in this crazy market. It can't be any crazier than this show. Bye. That's next. Fox 45 Morning News.
Oh,
now he's my friend.
That's right.
My friend. And these are part of the traveling zoo exhibit that
They
you
are
guys
part of the
have.
traveling, and we
This is a little intimidating to have this, these like large quills right in front of me. I could use it as the weather pointer. So this is something you've never. I won't drop it. You've never seen before on television.
That's an invisibility cloak. I'm invisible.
So that's pretty much how an average day goes for me.
I've had the chance to hang out with over 30,000 kids, thanks to Weather in the Classroom.
By the color green.
Talking about the weather. I think I'm being attacked here.
To find out how to get me to your school, log on to WB17.com.
A change of season brings colder weather. Believe it or not, we're actually closer to the sun now than we were last summer. So why isn't it warmer? Because the Earth is tilted. A little moisture, a little energy, you put them together, and you get a cloud. Water droplets form bigger drops, and it rains. If the cloud gets too big, we get all kinds of things, like hail, lightning, and tornadoes.
Catch WB17's Kirk Clyatt.
My two kids have grown up on TV.
Oh, now this is cool.
Oh, so we don't have to worry about seeing any ghosts in the daytime?
No.
Not even Casper?
Well, sometimes Casper come out.
Oh, he does?
Only a shady spot. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
They let me out on the field today. Can you believe that? Now, look at this. Michigan J. Frog and Finley, they've become close this summer. They've made some appearances together. I had the honor, along with my son there, Zane, they let me throw the first pitch of the ball game. Zane wanted to do it. We're going to wait for next year for him, though. And look at this. Oh! So it's great to be out there, part of our Sunday program with the River Sharks, where all kids at the end of the game get an ice cream sundae.
We just weren't forecasting the weather.
We were in it.
That's right. I had to go pick up Kylie down on the Gulf Coast, so I got the joy of going through it not once but twice through Hurricane Danny. While we were going through the spiral rain bands last night near Mobile, we came up with a little poem about the hurricane index.
Oh. 1 can be fun, 2 boo-hoo,
3 or more, get out the door.
You better believe
She
it.
knows her stuff.
It's an experience. Let's show you what she's talking about. This is the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Index. And notice I have duct tape on his gloves and his boots. That's my tip for parents. If you're not used to having your kids out in the snow, duct tape the boots and gloves. It works really, really well. Too hot for me, so I had to turn over my first pitch duties, yes, to a younger generation. Zane, how's it feel to throw out the first pitch on your 10th birthday?
A lot of hot fun and nervousness.
Oh, yes, you know, it's like father like son. That's what, Christina, that's the way I feel most nights here on the job.
Can you believe it? Here it is, Father's Day, and if you, like me, are a parent of an adult child, you think back and you're like, where did all the time go? Here you go. Here's a weather 5-day flashback. I'm tired of this, so it looks like it's going to be great for the Father's Day weekend coming up. Happy Father's Day! Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, too. Great, 85 degrees. Look, we're stuck on 85 with just a chance of some thunderstorms moving into the picture. Yeah, so there you go. Some things don't change. Look at this, a chance of thunderstorms and a high of 85, and Happy Father's Day! We haven't changed at all, have we? Look, just this, some things just don't change. There you go. Whew. In spite of Dad, my daughter Kylie, she's done great. That was when she was 6 years old. Oh my gosh! And now Kylie, she's a graduate of Harvard and going to be starting medical school at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia this August. She couldn't make Daddy prouder.
I know. He talks about you all the time. So proud of you. Nice that you were able to be in here today, especially.
In case you think I can't hold a job, for more than 12 years now, I've been a USA News anchor for radio stations in Australia.
To Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and a weatherman extraordinary and all-round good guy, Kirk Clyatt, good morning.
Some days recently, I wish I'd just been the weatherman instead of out reporting news. We've been called.
In that match, a world record number of runs were scored, 1,107. Imagine how long a baseball game would take if you scored over 1,000 runs.
Somehow I don't think there'd be too many fans left in the stands.
I was able to get the job because of a sports sex scandal. The link with the details is below.
Conspiracy of silence. We're entering day 2 of preliminary hearings for 3 men accused of covering up allegations against Jerry Sandusky. We have complete coverage from the courthouse. Plus, tolls on the rise. Starting next year, drivers will be paying more to take the turnpike. We'll break down the increase for people who pay cash versus Easy Pass. And surprising remarks from the Pope. We have local reaction to Pope Francis' opinion on homosexuality and gay priests. Today is Tuesday, July the 30th.
Live.
And thanks for joining us. Surprise! Back again one more time. Kirk Clyatt in for Sherry Christian.
And I'm Steve Knight. And yeah, great weather yesterday. You brought
Right.
some great weather, Kirk.
We begin this morning with the conspiracy of silence. In just hours, day 2 of preliminary hearings will begin for 3 former Penn State officials accused of covering up the Jerry Sandusky child sex scandal. Former Penn State President Graham Spanier, retired Vice President Gary Schultz, and Athletic Director Tim Curley are all accused of failing to tell police about an allegation against Sandusky and then trying to hide what they knew. A judge is deciding whether prosecutors have enough evidence to take their case to trial. CBS 21's Brandy Mang is at the courthouse in Harrisburg. She'll have more on what we can expect today coming up in just minutes. New this morning, a stabbing investigation is underway right now in Cumberland County. It happened just after midnight in the 400 block of North Hanover Street in Carlisle. Police say a man was taken to the hospital for his injuries but is expected to be okay. Officers also say another man was taken into custody and is at the Cumberland County Prison awaiting arraignment. More information is expected later today. Stay with us for updates. What is truly an amazing story. A Lancaster County woman is recovering this morning after she was stuck in this mangled SUV for nearly 20 hours. Police say 18-year-old Brooke Spence crashed about 11 o'clock Saturday night in West Hempfield Township. It wasn't until 5 the next evening that Brad Shear noticed a wreck in a ditch near his home. He says he approached the SUV expecting not to find anyone alive inside, but to his relief, immediately made eye contact with Brooke and told his wife to call 911.
I said, my name's Brad.
Police say Brad's actions saved Brooke's life. At last check, she remains in serious condition at a local hospital. Pope Francis is coming off his successful trip to Brazil with a breathtaking surprise, his seemingly open remarks on gay priests and homosexuality. The Holy Father made the comments yesterday to reporters about gay people and the role of women in the church. The pontiff said, quote, "If a person is gay and accepts the Lord and has goodwill, who am I to judge them?" Pope Francis also says he won't judge priests for being gay. The Pope also addressed the possibility of female priests, saying that the church should embrace their church work but not embrace them as ordained priests. Now, people here in central Pennsylvania are speaking out about Pope Francis's comments. We talked with Father Shawicki of St. Mary's Church of the Immaculate Conception in York, as well as local Catholics. Keeping an eye on entertainment this morning, Hollywood's biggest names came out to give us a sneak peek at CBS's new primetime lineup. CBS 21's Terry Garcia spoke with the stars from your favorite returning shows and the celebrities headlining several new series that you'll see this fall.
Robin Williams this morning.
I am glad to see Robin Williams coming to CBS. Robin's one of those great guys. He makes me seem like calm and reserved.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you there, Kirk.
That's amazing.
All right, we've got some beautiful weather building in.
In one story, even correctly predicting the future. And not as a weatherman.
You'll never again be able to use the excuse, "Hey, sorry I was late. I got lost."
Heading east on Druid Park Drive.
Made it to work right on time, and it is amazing how quickly the technology is advancing. GPS could, in a smaller way, take a similar path to that of the internet. Remember, at the beginning of the decade, no one had heard of the internet, and now everyone has. GPS could have a similar future. Now, the software, at least from Traveroute, is very polite because if it gives you commands, tells you where to go, and you respond, "Thank you," what does it say?
"You're welcome."
There you go.
It's the back of the pack runners that really experience the frustration of running the marathon.
That's right.
We have to be out here in the heat for 5 hours.
That's right.
The fast guys,
they're done.
They get it over with. They don't experience the
joy.
The joy.
That's right. The heat.
The fun of talking.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and show you the 5-day. It is a joyous weather day.
Yeah.
82 degrees today. It's warming up.
Yeah.
Plenty.
What else could you do on a Saturday morning?
That's right. What else?
Go out and kill
86 tomorrow, but look, rain is on the way to cool us off by next week. So
we're playing golf, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we'll keep running, and I'll talk to you later, Jack. Wish me luck, and make sure I got some oxygen for me, okay? See ya. Good job.
I'll say, hey.
2, 1.
Careful. Watch out for any slithers.
That was a good one. Woo, nice there.
Look at these guys. They look like they've had a bad day.
Kirk is alive and well and in one piece, I might say.
Very nice, very nice.
2, 1, 5.
Our Kirk Clyatt.